All right, this morning I want to spend time just to look at our curriculum, show you where it's at, kind of show you how the website works. A lot of you, I'm sure, have used Buzz before, but in case you haven't, I don't want you to be behind everyone else. So we're going to take a look at it here. Let's put the screen up here. There's our classroom. And right here, I've posted on the front, right here on the feed, this is where our curriculum is found. So I put the link right here on the front page of our Google Classroom. So when you click on that link, this is what it should take you to. You should see this screen. Bentonville Schools. It has Buzz up in the corner. So that's how I get to the curriculum. So I want you guys to go and see if you can get to this page, and then we'll give you your login because I need to make sure you guys can log in this morning. So go to our Google Classroom right there on the front page, click on the link for Buzz, and make sure it'll take you here. That part should work, no problem, since I just clicked on it, so I know that link is there. It takes you here. All right, and now I'm going to put up on the screen what your login is going to be. Your login for Buzz is based off of your school email. Whatever that ID is, that user ID in front of the @ is your username in Buzz. So whatever that username part of your email is, put that as your username in Buzz. And then the password is set at online, capital O, online 2023, no spaces. If you had Buzz last year, it may or may not have been reset. If you've changed your password last year, that might still work, but if it doesn't, it's been reset to 2023. So online 2023. All right, everyone try logging in. Let me know if it's giving you an error of some sort trying to get logged in. So we're going to assume everyone's logged in now and take a look at what it looks like. So let me go to like a student account. So this will be like a student account. So you should have Algebra 3 0B as one of the courses. If you may have more than one class using Buzz, it may be the only class you have that uses Buzz, but you should see Algebra 3 course. So when you click on that course, it'll take you to this screen right here. And it'll have the name of the class up top with the teacher name and should show introduction, review of algebra. So I've already opened that here. Introduction, review of algebra. And here is our first module. Here's the things we'll be doing over the next few weeks. So I want to show you up in the corner on this menu, you have two different menus you have. You have the activities and you have the grades. All right, so you can go to the grade screen here, or a quicker way, when you're on this screen, there's this little icon right here at the top of the screen, grades, and you can hide your score or show your score, but right now you don't have a score, so there's nothing really hide to show. But you can click on this, and this is a shortcut to take you to the grade screen. And to go into the grade screen is very useful because not only does it show you what you've scored on anything you've turned in, it has the due dates. And I'm going to play with these. All these due dates are not correct. The first ones are. We have two assignments that we're going to have the first week. That'll be due a week from Sunday. But you can look at these under grading categories or syllabus order. Right now it's under syllabus order, but see, like right here under grading categories, these are EOLs, these are practice. This is just a review lesson, and this is a practice test at the end of the unit. But if you do it in syllabus order, it'll put everything in order for you for the semester, and you can see what's due when. This will show you, after you've turned it in, it'll show you what you scored. There'll be a little check mark on the status, meaning you've submitted it, and it'll have the date that you submitted it and the due date. So this is where the easiest place to go to see what's due, and if you're missing anything, you can go here and see, oh, I never submitted that. This one's missing. So this is a good place to go. To get back to where we were, we go to the activity screen, and you'll have all of that. So if you go to look at the first lesson, it's going to tell you you haven't completed the academic integrity contract. Right? So you can click on that, or if you go back here, you'll see that's the first thing. the academic integrity contract. Oh, not available yet. Oh, that's not right. Let me fix that. Okay, so now if you go to academic integrity contract, it should let you access it. So you can go there and, yeah, that's right. No, I'm going to use that. All right, so you do that and read that. Agree. Yes, I agree. I understand if I violate that. Okay, so once I complete that, hit the button that says mark this activity complete so Buzz knows that you've done it. So get a little check mark when you've got something that you've completed it there. It puts a little check mark on there. So after you do the academic integrity contract, let's look at a lesson and see what it looks like here in Buzz. So I'm going down here to the very first lesson, and we'll review this lesson in more detail next week. But the algebra review lesson, this is what lessons look like in Buzz. So it'll tell you this is a 6-page lesson right here. You could jump to any page if it's something you're going back and reviewing it. But it'll have lots of, this is just page 1, but there's more than just this, because this shows learning order of operations, block foundation. So this is a review of order operations. When you see these arrows or these dots, that means there's more information. If I click on the arrow, it'll go to the second dot now. Suppose you have a pile of blocks carefully balanced on top of each other. The next block, imagine holding one near the bottom. What happened if you pull that block out? Things fall. The entire foundation would fall because you're pulling it, and now there's blocks all over the place. So think of the block you're pulling as algebra 1. And all the blocks are stacked on top of it are algebra 2. So if you don't have a solid foundation of algebra 1, all the blocks of algebra 2 are going to struggle, and you'll end up with stuff everywhere. So here's the essential questions. There's always essential questions at the beginning of the lesson. These are the things that you should be able to answer after you go through the lesson. If you can't answer those questions, then you missed something. You should go back and look at the lesson. But when you're going through these lessons, go to page 2. Here's a review. You'll see these little links everywhere. Order of operations. If you can click on that, it'll pull up a review window, and it talks about John and Sam both solving this problem and getting 2 different answers. I want to know who's correct. So division, where does that fall? Is that first, second, third, fourth, fifth? So it has different things, activities like this to help you review, help you know if you understand what the question is. Like I say, we'll go over this on Monday. I'm just wanting to show you can go ahead and go through the lesson early if you want to, but it'll give you lots of sample problems, like which one's correct, and you click who you think is correct. And when you submit, it'll tell you if you're right. So you can close this window. Here's problems down here, some examples of order operations in action. You keep clicking through this as you review the information. This has got 7 little things there. Example 1, this has things. So even though it's just 1 page, there's lots of stuff on this page that you can review. Important note, learn more. Here's another link, show more order of operations. But yeah, I just want to see what a lesson looks like. And like I said, we'll go through this lesson more in detail on Monday. But when you go through these lessons, you can go page by page. I want to show you the last page, like page 6. Let me jump to page 6 real quick. It just tells you what your assignment is. Okay, so make sure you read the examples in this lesson, work the practice problems, check your answers. Make sure you can answer those essential questions, and has a link where you can pull those up again if you don't remember what the essential questions were at the page 1. And this is complete the Algebra 1 review assignment, which would be the next thing. If we go back, that's the lesson. The assignment's right underneath it. Algebra review. Right here underneath it is the lesson. And I know this is an Algebra 3 course. We pull information from Algebra 2 and from pre-calculus to fill Algebra 3. Algebra 3 is unique to Arkansas. A lot of other states don't have it. So this curriculum, a lot of this is pulled from Algebra 2, especially for our review. And so you'll have the top of the page may say pre-cal, it may say Algebra 2. Don't worry about that. This is the Algebra 3 course, but a lot of our review is from Algebra 1. When you get to the assignment right here, you hit the start button. And this one has, let's see, 9 multiple choice questions. Sometimes it'll have some multiple choice, and then maybe the last question or two may be something you got to show your work. In this case, for the review, It's just 9 multiple choice questions. And so that's all there is for lesson 1's assignment. I'm going to leave because it's saying, do you really want to leave? You haven't answered it yet. So in the first week, we'll have lesson 1, lesson 2. If we go to the grades, we'll see the due the first week is the integrity contract, algebra review, and lesson 2, revisiting functions. Now, here's the nice thing. See, I haven't done anything on that. It says I'm done with the academic integrity contract, and I'll get all that. So if you guys get the academic integrity contract done, I'll go today and make sure it's marking that you guys can go on. But there's other things up here at the top of the screen, other things. What if? Here's a what if thing. So let's say I went back and I did, let me go ahead and do this Algebra 1 review. All right, so it says continue now because I already was on it once. And I'm just clicking answers. Let's say I answered all these. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, I've done all the answers. I'm submitting it. And how'd I do? Oh, I got a 0%. I missed every single question. Just guessing. Missed every single question. When I go to that grade screen now, I can see I got a 0 on that. I can see what day I submitted it, when it was due. So I turned it in before it was due. My status is a check mark saying, oh, that's done. And if I go up here to the what if screen, now you get closer to the end of the semester and you're like, man, I'm so close to getting a B, or I'm so close to getting an A. If you go this what if, it'll change these to blanks and it'll say, okay, that's a review. As a review, what if I made, see, and I look and say, maybe I had a 65 and I had a 75 and I had a 90 and I had 80 on this. All right. So it says right now my grade in the class is a 78.33. But I can look back and say, oh, what if I went back and I retook this one and I got, what if I got a 90 on that? You can go to this what if and change any grade and say, okay, now what would I have? Oh, I'd have an 86 now. This what if screen, you can go back and say, what if I scored this on this assignment? How would that change my grade? That doesn't mean a whole lot now at the beginning of the semester because you really don't have a grade. But as you get through the semester, you can go back and see what did I score low on, and what would I need to score on that to bring my grade up to where I want it. So that what if is a feature that a lot of students like to use, and you can reset it if you've played with a bunch of grades. So let me reset it back to what it was. Right now it's a 0 and everything, right? Because I haven't done any EOLs yet on here. But that's something you can play with. So from the grade screen, you can do the what if. The dashboard, I don't really use that. I don't know anyone for me, don't really use that. The ones that are generally useful is the what if. And here's the activity. You can go back and see exactly how long you spent on anything. Look, I was on the academic integrity contract for 2 minutes and 24 seconds at 7:32 a.m. Then I came back to that at 7:39, 22 seconds. I looked at lesson 1 for 2 minutes and 52 seconds at 7:37. Then I looked at the lesson again for 38 seconds here. And then I did the assignment for 2 minutes and 9 seconds. It'll show me exactly how long I spent doing anything, any lesson I've looked at, any assignment I've looked at, how long was I there and when did I go look at it? And it will keep track of this for the whole year. So there you go. Grades, what if, and activity is your main ones up here that we used. These others, this just shows you all the standards that you're learning. So this will show you all the standards, and as you score assignments, it'll show you that. The analytics, we don't do the statistics. And Buzz does badges. I don't know what they do with them. So I don't play with the badges. You can look at that screen if it means something, but main thing is the grade screen. So as long as you know how to get to the grade screen, it'll tell you what you've done, how well you've done on it, and all that good stuff. And remember, the activity screen is our main screen that you come to first. And now you can see I've looked at the lesson. I've turned in the assignment, got little check marks on there. But I'll go back and make sure after you've done the activity, the academic integrity contract, I'll go back and make sure it's giving you a check mark on that so that you're able to move on to the lessons, especially by Monday when we're going to start all that. But the main thing I wanted today was just to make sure you knew where our curriculum was. Bookmark that page if you don't already have it bookmarked, and that you are able to log in so that you can access it. All right, yeah, we'll start these next week. If you can get started early, that's fine. I'll make sure I'll go through and see what's going on with that contract thing to see if it'll let you go. If you've done that, it should let you go on. So I'll go back and check those after I let you guys go. So I won't keep you doing all that, but we'll get that. But yeah, we'll start Monday with the curriculum. So, all right, that's all I planned on today, guys. I just wanted to make sure you could get into where class is. If anyone's got any questions, I'm happy to field those, but otherwise, go have a Thursday. We'll see you next time. See you next Tuesday. All right, thanks.